Hey man, this is Donnie Baker, and I'd like to talk about a little bit about this new Joker movie that everybody's been talking about ever since it came out about a week ago, I guess. Anyway, it basically, and granted, there may be a few little spoilers out there for people that haven't seen it yet, and mind you, I'm about to leave it down, Lou, on the summary. And I know a lot of people have been talking about it and finding out the hidden message and secret meaning behind the movie, I know. But I just want to give my little 2 cents on the thought of the matter. So if y'all could uh, listen to my TED talk here and it's have me explain things a little bit, I think I might be able to let y'all know. So anyway, it's about this this kind of a loser, bit of a broke dick fella here, goes by the name Arthur Fleck. Anyway, he ends up being in a little bad position here. You know, I know that the whole cliche supervillain, how they're at it's like a food chain. They're at their lowest in the low, like the low man on the totem pole sort of thing, you know? And I swear to God, that's how it is. That's how it is. But let me explain here. They're like I said, they're at their lowest in the low, like the low man on the totem pole thing here, and gradually they get pushed around, prodded, slapped, whatever you have it, until they're finally at their weakest moment where they can't handle it all, and then boom, they snap. And then they become from rope they got it to high ultra or something like that. They become something way out of the ordinary that you can hardly at least expect. But like I'm trying to say, they go from a loser into somebody far more incredible than you understand. And that's how the whole super villain origin stories go, you know? And I basically a person like who becomes the Joker, it doesn't take much to figure out who he really is. And we all know about clowns, and ever since a couple of years ago, the crazy clowns that have been stalking around and scaring the living daylights out of people. And I guess that does this movie bring back the clown theory or whatnot? That's what I'm kind of curious about, or have any connection to it. But I guess this is a little too soon, or a little irrelevant to the facts. But anyway, like I'm trying to say, and bear with me if I forget a few details, and I'm kind of like, I know I haven't seen the movie yet. I don't know if I'm ever going to or not, because I don't know if it's my cup of tea, you know. But I can understand where the whole movie is going with this sort of thing. But let me tell you, becoming a supervillain takes a whole takes a whole credible thing on the Richter scale. And there's all kinds of things what the Richter scale does. And like I brought up in the subject earlier, the whole low man on the totem pole thing, the food chain, and everything else. And gradually, you tend to gradually soar up to high in the sky once they figure out who you really are as a person. But anyway, that's how basically it is. And like I said, supervillains have all kinds of schemes going around that the heroes sometimes can hardly predict. But you know they're onto something. You know that they're onto something when they fully expose themselves. Not trying to get a little technical here, but expose themselves, figure out what their weakness is. As almost most every supervillain has a weakness, you know. And well, take Thanos from Infinity Wars, for instance. He had a weakness too that the Avengers almost had a hard time in order to figure out, but it took a lot of experience, it took a lot of patience in order to find out how to expose him at his weakness. And that's pretty much it for a villain like him. But a villain like Joker, it seems to me like he hardly has no weakness too much, and there's hardly anything that phases him, except sometimes Batman can give him a hard time, but that's what mostly Batman does. He goes after villains like the Joker, Bane, Scarecrow, Two-Face, Catwoman, on occasion, you know, but I think there's a little bit of a chemistry for that, for Batman and Catwoman. I can see a connection going on there. Like they're lovers and a Romeo and Juliet romance thing. But anyway, what I want to tell you is, about a villain like the Joker, per se, he may or may not have a weakness, but people can figure out what kind of person he is, but by his personality, his background story, where he grew up on, if he had a childhood, if he grew up to be a teenager, who knows? But anyway, it doesn't take much in order to figure out a villain like him to solve. It's basically, I don't know if it's a Freud theory or a Nietzsche theory, but I'm guessing it's more of a Nietzsche than a Freud. Freud may not be the most obvious answer, but Nietzsche, in a way of social satire, like something what Mark Twain would write, or Hunter S. Thompson. Hunter S. Thompson, you know, or Kurt Vonnegut. But anyway, this has been my TED Talk, so this is Donnie Baker signing out. So have a good day, Hachina, and peace out to all you friends and subscribers out there. So have a good day. Peace out, Girl Scouts.